Hi, welcome to my channel, Talking Like a Tarot. Today is November 1st, Saturday, 2025. And I'm always excited about the build-up towards my birthday. On my actual birthday, I'm just like, eh. I don't know why it's always like that. But my birthday's coming up. My birthday's Wednesday, November 5th. So, I'm excited. So my birthday's coming up. Before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So, alright, I'm awake. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards. You know, I feel like there is there's something about the New Year's. It's very... Oh, do you want this? Pumpkin pie. Do you want this? You can have it. Very exciting about the New Year's. Here you go. You're welcome. So I'm just gonna leave it at that because something very exciting about the New Year's. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting a New Year's kiss. That's exciting. That's more like romantic though, right? I've been getting a lot of romance lately. Like I've been picking up the energy of romance, l'amour. Also, like, what is it, like in Italy, those boats in the canals, and like, you know, the two people in the boats, and like the man is like pushing the boat. A lot of romance. I've been getting a lot of that lately. Interesting. Okay. That's probably why. Alright, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards. I just have to double check some stuff. Hold on, give me like 1 second. What's today's date? The 1st, right? So okay, interesting. Yep, that's how you use them. Here, if you're gonna cut paper, cut this one. No, not this one. I mean that. This one. That one.
I need a pencil.
There's pencils in your room, baby girl. Go check in your cubby in your room. Fine, you can take it. It's too early to be arguing with a child. I'm not doing it. Okay. Oh, Kepper. Yes? Hold on. Sorry, I got distracted. I almost, like, for a split second, forgot I had this on pause to do a reading. Yikes. Okay. Alright, so let me just go ahead and start pulling cards. Why is my phone going off? Nothing important. Oh, that's interesting. The rest I don't care about. Okay. One of my neighbors moved out recently, and I don't know, there was just something about them. There was like something I can't pinpoint it because I don't really care. I just know that there's something about them. It wasn't enough for me to like want to investigate the feeling, right? But the feeling alone was enough for me to just be like, I don't really care about them, right? And not in a mean way, but it was just in a way where it was just like, there's just something about them that's like a little, I don't know. There's just something about, it's not that I didn't trust them. It was just like, something is like off about them, right? Anyways, they ended up moving out like yesterday. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. I feel like I think that has some relevancy to the reading. So I'm not saying my neighbors are whatever. I'm just using that as an example. So let's use that, right? My neighbors moving out, right? Let's take that energy, right? So for you, collective, there could be there could have been something around you or in your energy that was like off or unaligned, 609, or not right. Like it just wasn't right. Like it just doesn't, it's just not exactly like, it's like trying to put a puzzle piece, right? You swear like it fits there. You swear because it looks right, but every time you try to put that puzzle piece there, like the puzzle piece, it's like there's always a piece of it that's like lifting because it doesn't exactly fit. It looks good. It looks like it fits, right? The colors might even match up, but when you put that piece there, it just, the fact is it does not fit. It doesn't fit there. That's just the wrong piece. All right. So there could be something like that. There's just something that has been in your energy that is just not the perfect fit. Like it just doesn't fit right. It's just, it looks good. It feels good. It seems like, you know, right, but it just not quite right. All right, and I feel like for a lot of you, that energy is being, I don't know, I'm not replaced, but put back, organized, balanced. I don't want to say balanced either. I feel like maybe it's put back. Like you're getting the right piece. Okay, and let me tell you, you ever build? I love puzzles. All right, when I build a puzzle, because I know exactly what I'm talking about. Right, I could build a puzzle like nobody's business. Right, right, But when I find that one piece that actually fits, I'm like, oh, finally, yes. It's like a high building these puzzles. It feels really good, and then you can see the bigger picture, right? I'm also getting like an aha moment, right? Because when you actually find the piece that fits, it's like oh my gosh, it's like an aha moment. It's very like insightful, okay? It's very like illuminating, like, oh, okay, that's why, all right? Like, and you could have sworn. My throat is getting so dry. It's so dry, so scratchy, like all of a sudden, like my throat was starting to hurt. Like it's like wow. And it's crazy because it's like now I see what, and you could have sworn because the colors look right, to the shape, the outline, like you could have sworn this is where this particular piece goes. And for sometimes you're like, let me just double check. Let me just try put this piece there. Let me just try, because maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. Maybe I have to move. No, the fact is that piece does not fit. All right, no matter how many tries you try to switch the puzzle, or try to change the shape, or squeeze your eyes. Maybe if I'm looking at the wrong, no. All right, it's just something doesn't fit, so it's getting removed. So that way, it's like in the way. I feel like that's it. There's like a wrong puzzle piece that's in the way. It's in the way. And it won't move. It won't budge. It's in the way. So I feel like the divine, there's like a big ass hand that's coming in to take that puzzle piece, to move it out of the way, and bring you the right piece so that way you can continue building your puzzle. Right? Because I feel like a lot of you are stuck on the wrong puzzle piece. Or could have been. And it's being cleared out. It's being moved out the way, right? I feel like a lot of you have been staring at the wrong puzzle piece for a long time, trying to make it fit, trying to make it work. And you're just staring at it, right? And as an artist, as whatever, it's good to like look away and do something else for a bit. So when you come back, you have like a fresh new set of eyes, right? So when you look at it clearly, you're like, oh, okay. You can see better, essentially, okay? So I feel like that's going on. I don't know what the heck that is. My nose is like starting to like I'm getting hot now, and my nose is starting to get runny. We got thoughts. Somebody could be thinking about you. These 3 cards flipped out. Oof. So somebody could be thinking of you, someone who's of high honor, who is not a thief. Wow. So somebody could be man. I don't know why, but I'm getting such a sense of like disappointment mixed with I told you so. That's the feeling I'm feeling right now. Disappointment and like I told you so. But that's not really towards like anybody. It's more along the lines of like you could have already known something, right? And something that's playing out, it's like your intuition is just like telling you like I told you. So I don't even know what to do with this energy. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? What do you want me to do with this? Because this is something like it's like someone is giving you something, and it's like, okay, what do you want me to do with this? Like, I feel like that's also what I'm getting right now too. Okay, so anyway, so there could be a masculine thinking about you. You could be a divine feminine, or you could be a divine feminine thinking about a masculine. Take it how it resonates, okay? But you got this person over here thinking about you. Good thoughts, right? They're thinking highly of you. Very good thoughts, right? They see you in this energy, right? This could be your actual rightful energy, who you are, somewhat of high honor, well-respected, good morals, good ethics. You're not a perfect saint, but you do what you can as a fellow sentient human being, okay? You're trying not to be a DICK of a person, okay? And it shows, right? It shows in your character, right? You're a person of, upstanding morale, or a good leader, a good character, whatever the case it is. This could be you as a woman, divine feminine, or this could be you as a man, divine masculine. But somebody's thinking of you, and when they think of you, these are all the things that come to mind. Your character, your personality, it shows, right? It just shows. But the reason why I'm getting such a sense of like disappointment is because I feel like somebody tried to take away who you are by this thief card. They couldn't do it. I feel like somebody tried to take away your character by ruining your reputation, getting you caught up in like scandals. I feel like this is a continuation from yesterday's reading, and that's why I feel like it's such a disappointment, because like I could have told you that puzzle piece wasn't in the right spot. I could have told you that, right? But there are just some things that you just, come what may, you figure it out. But I do feel like someone tried to steal this of you, right? Who you are as an individual of just natural high honor, or just a good man, a good woman, and someone really tried to take that energy away from you. Like, that's not your energy. Somebody really tried to do that, and I feel like that's why there's such a sense of disappointment, because it's like, I don't know why, but it's kind of like, I could have told you that. I keep getting that. I could have told you that. Someone is just not realizing you are who you say you are. Collective. And I feel like the sense of disappointment is because they're just now realizing after a certain amount of time. And I feel like the disappointment is coming from because it took so long for that person to realize this about this divine feminine or this divine masculine. But I do have to say, though, because I just heard better late than never, okay? Better late than never. So, don't get too hung up on that part, because better late than never, okay? It's better to be late to the party than to never go to the party, I guess, okay? At least you showed up. At least you got there, okay? So, you know, it is what it is. At least they're there. That's it. On the bottom of the deck, what do we have? Poverty upright. I feel like somebody who is in such lack, they tried the most. This had to be somebody else who is in this mindset, this poverty mindset, this lack of mindset, feeling like if you're being seen for who you are, then they're not going to have opportunities, they're not going to have chances, they're not going to have this, they're not going to have that. You being seen for who you are is going to affect them in a survival kind of way, and that's crazy. Because there's plenty to go around. Plenty money, plenty joy, plenty happiness, plenty this, plenty that. There's plenty. Don't let, I don't know, the Matrix fool you into thinking like, you know, you gotta survive off of breadcrumbs. No, that's false. Right? That's fake. That's not real. Also, the water running low, that's not real either. We're surrounded by water. Like, we're in a bubble. Okay? And nothing but water is... Okay, so that's fake too. I believe, that's my opinion. If you believe otherwise, then that's your belief too. Okay, but there's plenty. Okay, there are some things though that's not plenty to go around. Okay, but there are some things. The things that this person is worried about is not exactly necessary to worry about. But I'm not gonna, you know, that's not. But I feel like this person, this could have been the individual, whoever is in this poverty lack mindset. They could have been the one that was trying to steal your character, trying to steal your nobility, trying to steal your personality, like who you are, trying to make it seem like you're not who you say you are. Because if you are who you say you are and you actually demonstrate who you are with ease, without effort, like it's just nature, because that's what it is, right? Then it's going to affect them in a way. So this person tried to steal your reputation, your character. I keep having to burp. Excuse me. Right? This person tried to steal that from you. It's just trying to distort your character, trying to distort your essence, trying to distort who you are to the core. And obviously, who said you could do that? Because obviously you can't do that. That's not something you can do. You don't have the authority to do that. So anyways, so whoever this person is, it didn't work. And they're stuck in their own poverty, lack mindset. And like, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to tough it out. You're going to have to figure it out. Because you can't get out of poverty by trying to... Like, if that's a walking earth angel, you can't say, that's not an earth angel, that's not an earth angel. Okay, so what happens? You built your entire... I don't know, they try to build an entire something off of trying to make sure you're not who you say you are. And when it comes to find out you are who you say you are, what are you going to do now? Did you have a plan B? Did you think of anything else? What did you... like... This is kind of giving me somebody who, like, talks so much crap about a job, right? That they're in. Hypothetically speaking, this is just for an example, right? They talk so much crap about a job, this and that, blah, 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 whatever, right? You're saying all that stuff. You better hope that you have another job lined up because you're about to get terminated. Do you have something lined up for you to be talking so openly and so foolishly about this individual or this job or your boss or whatever the case it is? Like, do you have something lined up for you to be so comfortable talking like that? You must, because you're about to get terminated, and then what's going to happen? Did you think you can say whatever you can say and that was it? I feel like this person got cocky as if, like, it was okay, or like they can tarnish your reputation or your character, whatever the case it is, and it was going to guarantee them something. But it's like, you don't even have the sign off to that guarantee. You don't even have a limerence, a puzzle piece of that whole puzzle for you to be so comfortable doing and saying what you're doing. Do you have a backup plan? Yes or no? And I feel like this person didn't have a backup plan. Like, how are you going to be so comfortable? Like, usually, right? I'm going to use this as an example. Usually, like, and I've seen this, I've read this all the, like, on forums and all that stuff like that, right? Usually when someone's about to quit a job, or they'll do like a whole show, or they'll curse their boss out, or, you know, they'll do something dramatic, or they won't even show up or whatever case. But they're comfortable doing that because they know for a fact they have a backup plan in place. They got it. But I feel like whoever this individual is, they did something feeling like that was enough. Whatever they were doing, that would be enough. Like, just all they had to do was try to take something from you, and that was enough. Like, where's your step 3, 4, 5? All you got is step 1, steal from the collective. Where's step 2 and 3? Like, and then I didn't get that far. I just want to play it by ear. I just want to take, okay, like, what's the next step? Like, do you even know what you're going to do with that reputation if you get it? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to hold on to it? How are you going to maintain that? You want to steal their light. How are you going to maintain that light? Right? They don't have anything in place. And they were so, like, what did you think was going to happen? This is like a dumb thief. Or a dumb criminal. Or, like, a dumb slanderer. Like, did you not think it would be traced back to you? Like, I don't know what it is, but whatever they were trying to do, it didn't work. Because you're being seen as who you are. And who you are, that's not something you can steal. You can't, I mean, this is the kind of individual that they'll steal personalities, they'll steal characters, they'll steal mannerisms, they'll steal aesthetics, they'll steal this, right? And then they'll dress it up like as them. But after a certain amount of time, the real them starts to show, right? And then they run out of those mannerisms, those characters. They run out of the energy to keep that image up. So they have to go back to the source. But if they can't go back to the source, which is you, what are they going to do? Did you have a plan? How are you going to maintain this false identity of yours? Thief. How are you going to do it if you don't have access to the original? What's your plan? Did you think that far? What would happen if you can't get close to the original to copy them? What are you going to do then? Did you think about that? Plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G? No. Because you're kind of... Anyways, so... who you are, it shows. There is a person that has been thinking about you heavily. Alright? I also feel like somebody wants to paint a picture. And when they paint a picture of their lives, you are like the center of that picture. Like, let's say they paint a picture of a house. Right? 2202. You are there in front of the house with them. If, let's say they paint a picture of a car, you are in that car with them. They paint a picture of themselves, you are there standing. Whatever they imagine, okay, for themselves, you are there. Okay, there is a masculine that's imagining you with them. I don't know how, I don't know why. This could be for business, a romance, love. So that's twice. That's twice. Business, romance, love, friendship. Take it how it resonates. But there is a masculine that is thinking about you. And there's a thief that can't be what they want to be, which is a thief. They can't do that. Okay, they can't steal from you. Because it's like, how are you going to steal someone's light when you... where are you going to put it? You don't have room for that person's light and you want to steal it. And then you're just going to be like, I got it. And everyone's like, what you got there? This is my light. Oh, that's weird. So why is it not inside of you? Because it doesn't fit. 2, 3, 4. And you don't have the space. You don't have the room to maintain, to withhold that love, that light, that weightlessness. You're too heavy. You're too dark. You're too negative. Alright? Alright. I'm going to get like one more. This is like... it's like someone trying to steal something from you and they get caught. There's something so comedic about this too. Like, it's just so... it's so stupid. You ever see something so stupid it's so funny? Like, all you can do is just like... I don't know. But I feel like whoever is the one that's thinking about you, I feel like there's disappointment coming from them. Because it's like, dang, you're just now realizing... you're just now realizing after all this time. I'm a little disappointed. But better late than never. Right? So... ah, that's why. You're just not realizing who the thief is. That's where the disappointment is coming from. So, whoever the thief is are being removed from... I don't know. So, this thief could be somebody that was trying to put themselves... let's say this thief is this puzzle piece. They don't fit. They look good. They look like they would fit. They look like pretty, right? Like they would fit in the spot. But ultimately, it's just not their spot. So whoever this thief is, they wanted to take someone else's spot or place in the puzzle the grand design or whatever. And unfortunately, that's just not yours, my love. It's just not their spot. So I feel like this masculine could be realizing, oh, dang, this masculine could also be realizing that's why something doesn't, it was just something off. Something was not clicking. Like, you ever, like, get two gears, right? Like, make a clock or whatever the case it is, right? And you're building it, right? And it works perfectly, but then there's, like, this sound. There's a sound coming from it. It's just, it doesn't sound right. That sound shouldn't be making that sound. So you open up a clock, you figure it out. They're like, these two gears are like kind of stuck together, and the way they're going against each other, it's like tough. It's because those two gears don't go together. It looks like they do, and you could have sworn they went together. I could have sworn these two pieces went together because it looks like they fit, but it doesn't. You got to take out that one gear that's like forcing itself against the other gear to make the clock work. But when you do that, you can hear the sound, and you shouldn't be hearing that because now it's taken away from the tick, tick, tick. It's like tick, 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 and it's like it's ruining it. It's not. You can't relax. You know, you ever been into a room, like in a library, and all you hear is the clock? It's kind of comforting. But if you hear tick, tick, it's like, dang, what is that? Can you fix that? It's like that. Somebody's realizing something is just not fitting. It's got to go. It's time. Right? It's time. Things that don't fit have to go. And it is what it is. And you could have already, you could have known that, but you can't go up to people and be like, just so you know, this is not, that's not, this, you can't, that's not for you to be, that's not your place. And you, just because you know, doesn't mean it's your place to, you know, you just gotta watch and let things play out as they do, right? Let the crumbs fall where they may. But now someone's realizing, I'll get two more actually. Upright. Courthouse, upright. So there could be some sort of judgment that's being taken place, something that's being handled, something is being put back in order, there's a judgment being made. We got courthouse upright. I'm also getting, you're getting what is yours. We got child on the bottom of the deck. So someone could have tried to take this from you as a child. I was going to say it could have tried to take your innocence as a child, so that way you wouldn't be seen as someone as nobility, right? Try to corrupt your innocence. But I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole dark thing, and I don't want to really get into a dark reading. But I do feel like this could be you. You could also have a childlike innocence, a childlike sense of wonder. All right? Wait a minute. You know what? I feel like this child is this woman. They have like the same eyebrows. I feel like this could have been you. You could have always been this child of high honor. Something is being put back in place. Like a judgment has been put back in place. Something about courthouse, papers. You could also be getting something. That's what it was like right there. That's what it was. Someone is also thinking about giving you something that's rightfully yours. So you could be getting something that's rightfully yours, and someone could be getting like sued, or they got sued, or they're being summoned, or they have to give something up. So they have to give something up as something is being given to you. I'll get one more. coffin reverse. You have nothing but energy, vitality in life. I feel like someone not only tried to steal from you, but tried to put an end to you, your reputation, your energy, your life, your opportunities, your wins, your success. They tried to put an end to that by stealing it. And it didn't work. Because it didn't work, you're getting what's rightfully yours. This opportunity, this romance, this love, this friendship, this marriage, this business, whatever it is that's supposed to be yours, because you are the fit. You're that puzzle piece that was kind of like hidden. You ever, it's so petty. You ever build a puzzle with somebody and they want to be the one to finish the puzzle, so they'll hide one of the pieces? Doesn't matter what piece it is. They'll just hide a piece, right? So everyone's looking for the puzzle, people, but then they're like, oh, I found it. So that way they have the satisfaction of being like, yes, I finished it. But this was very intentional. Someone tried to hide you as a puzzle piece because you're the perfect fit. You're the missing piece to the grand design or whatever the case it is. You're the missing piece of the puzzle. And somebody was like, I'm the missing piece. I'm it. And no matter what, it's like, you're not. You look like you fit. You sound like you fit. You're the, this color ends here and then your piece ends, it starts there. And it looks, but there's just something not, it's like you have to like force the piece in there. And it's like, it's not smooth. It doesn't fit. It's not right. There's just something off about this puzzle piece. Right? So it's come to find out the divine is like, well, here's the missing piece that you've been missing. It's like right there. Somebody's just like, oh my gosh, this is the missing piece. Right? This person has been the missing link or whatever the case it is. I don't know. We have poverty again on the bottom of the deck. Yes. Somebody is like really, really left out. Somebody has been afraid of this. Because now that you are being seen for who you are, and I don't know why, but somebody trying to say that you died or that you were dying or that you were going to be dead anytime soon. Somebody really tried to play with your life. They could have been doing death magic on you to like end you. So that way they can be like, see, I'm the missing piece. But it's like, tick-er. And it's like, I mean, I guess. But why is it making that sound? Why is this piece lifting over here? I mean, I guess, right? I mean, it kind of fits. Maybe we should just go with it. No. The divine's like, no. It's doing that sound because it doesn't fit. It's lifting up because it doesn't fit. Let me show you what the piece is. Okay? So this person, this is what they were most afraid of because they have a lack mindset of being left out. So they try to unalive you and take from you. I'm also getting, I don't know why, like someone could have looked for the person who wears blue shoes. That's the missing piece or whatever. And somebody was like, oh, maybe if I wear blue shoes, then they'll think it's me. I'm the one. So they would wear blue shoes, and someone's over here thinking like, oh yeah, they're wearing blue shoes, so they must be the one. They wear blue shoes every single day. They must be the one. And here you come out of nowhere and you wear blue shoes. And it's just like, this is a thief. This was a thief that was really trying to take something from the collective, which is who they are. It's like you can't pretend to be something you're not. And the collective doesn't have to pretend because they are who they say they are. I'm going to get like 3 to 4. Yeah. Karmic family. So these could be people in your karmic family that tried to steal something from you, take something from you. So as something is being taken away from them, they could be left in poverty. They could also, if it's not like out here poverty, right? They could be spiritually broke, spiritually barren. Like they cannot manifest, they cannot create, they don't have hope, they don't have faith, they just don't believe. It's just very bleak, and they're not curious about anything, they don't wonder about anything, and they're just like, you could see the most amazing thing in the sky and they're like, oh yeah, so it's just atoms and this and that. It's just like, dang, okay, Debbie Downer, like, get away from me, you're ruining everything. So these could be people in your karmic family that were trying to take something from you. So again, like I was going to say, as something is being given to you, things are being taken from them. And for some of you, this could be leaving them in actual poverty, but that's not your business. I'm sorry, but it's not. Why is it not your business? Because these are the same people that were trying to take from you because they were afraid of them having nothing, and they didn't care about you. And I know that sounds like, the world didn't care about me, so I don't care about the world. It's not really like that. It's just, and a lot of you don't even know this is happening, right? I feel like don't seek. There's something about this. Don't seek out. If people start asking you about your finances and the things that you have, be very interested about that. Okay, put an ear up, because there's a reason why all of a sudden, out of nowhere, people want to know about your finances, the things that you have, your materials. There's a reason why. And 9 out of 10 times when people are curious about your money, how much money you make, how much what do you have, is because they're lacking in those areas. So they want to compare. They want to see if they're doing so bad, they want to see, are you doing bad as well? Right? So be very cautious. And I think it's really rude to discuss finances with people that you're not in the same household with. Right? Like, people, like, I don't know, I think it's kind of rude to discuss finances with, like, family and friends that are, like, outside of your tiny immediate circle, right? I don't know why, but I think it's rude. There's something, like, uncomfortable about that. But anyway, so be very cautious about that, because there's a reason why all of a sudden, and it's just like, you weren't asking me this, like, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You weren't. Why? Why do you want to know now? So just be very cautious. Answer how you want to answer. Discuss what you want to discuss, right? That's up to you. But I'm just letting you know that you've got karmic family members that are losing things as you gain things. They're going to start asking you about the things that you have, what you do, what you did, right? And there's a reason why. It's because they want to know if they're losing things, are you losing things too? And if you're not losing things, they're going to try to spiritually attack you, or in their mind, they're going to convince themselves that the reason why they're losing things is because you must be taking things from them. But that's not the case. It's just a balancing of things, okay? So, You Were Right About Everything came out. So you're going to know why all of a sudden these people are coming out of the woodworks and asking you about what you got, how much money, this and that. And it's just like, you weren't asking, not even a week ago, you weren't asking me this. Now, all of a sudden, right? Be mindful, too, because we're coming up on Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all those holidays, New Year's. We're coming up on those holidays, right? So, be very cautious, all right? Be mindful and be aware, because there's this, as the year ends, so too will these games, these tricks, these manipulations, these energies, okay? It's gonna end. It has to, because it can't keep going like this. It just cannot. You cannot keep continuing to shine in your bright light when these individuals are constantly trying to steal, kill, and destroy your light. Something has to go. It's not gonna be you, okay? And the divine is like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. You're good. You're done with all that. That's enough. But I mean, you're already aware of these things, because it says you were right about everything. So you know what you know. You know who's who, what's what. All right. So it is what it is. I'll get 2 more. 444 protection. It's funny because I've been seeing a lot of 444s lately. 444 protection. The universe and your spiritual guides are protecting you. Okay, so you're protected, and one of the ways you're being protected is by your knowing. So you know what you know. That's one way for you to be protected and kind of like stay up on the game, essentially, all right? On the bottom of the deck, okay, so there could be a mother figure that is pissed off. I don't want her to hear that word, because she's in that stage where she's like, if I say it, she's going to say, pissed off. And no, okay? So I gotta be careful about that. Kids are hilarious, okay? They're like sponges. They're precious, okay? They're precious. Anyways, so there could be a mother figure, or someone who doesn't like the fact that you did not follow into their footsteps. 3939. They don't like that you didn't follow into their footsteps. And the reason why that is because you did not follow into their footsteps, you're getting everything that you're supposed to get. Because you decided to follow the path of the light, right? This high honor path. You decided to follow that path. And because you decided to follow that path, you're getting everything that's yours. 40,000. Another 4. You're getting everything that is yours. Yes?
Can you come here, please?
Okay, 1 second. And then we have unwilling to change because they are scared. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. What is that? Hold on, give me 1 second. So yeah, okay, cool. Anyways, so whoever this person is, they're upset because you didn't follow into their footsteps. So this could be like an older somebody, an older brother, sister, a mother, father, aunt, uncle, a belief, an idea, whoever, whatever this is, they're upset. They're really, it's grinding their gears, literally. All right. The fact that you did not follow into their footsteps, you did not take their guidance, you did not take their advice, you did not choose their wisdom, whatever the case it is. All right. You didn't. And I feel like that was the best thing you could have ever done, because had you done that, you would not be where you are in life. You would be 4114. You would be stuck, broke, and destitute, just like your karmic family members, right? Stuck in poverty, spiritually broke, mentally broke. By that I mean, like, they're just very limited in the way they think, very limited in what they feel like they can do, very limited in where they feel like they can go. Oh, you can't go there, you can't travel there. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. I wouldn't even, that only happens in movies, right? That's like, dang, like, do you have any hopes or dreams, or do you, like, where's your imagination, right? Like, what would you do if the sky was rainbow? That's stupid. The sky is blue, obviously. Like, dang, you don't know how to play? Like, right? Like, you don't know how to have a good time? Like, you're ruining the energy. Go away. You're ruining the fun. Go away. You Debbie Downer. You Negative Nancy. You Sour Sally. Alright? So it could just be a bunch of your karmic family members that feel some type of way because you did not do what they did, which is, I'm not going to keep myself in a box. Right? You're going to end your life in a box. Why would you keep your living in a box? That's too much. Anyways, so they're feeling some type of way. And had you done that, taken their advice or their wisdom or their ways, you would not be in this glorious energy that you're in and that you're about to step in. Okay? Who you are shows enough. It's like, wow. These people are feeling some type of way. I'm so like, it's like I just want to sweep these people up in a dustpan and throw them in the trash. That's what I want to do so bad, because it's just, you're in the way now. You're ruining the vibes. And the vibes are off because of you. You're not, why are you here? If you don't want to have a good time, go away. If you don't want to live, laugh, love, then go away. You don't need to be in my energy. Go away. Right? You're the one that's scared, not the collective. I want them to change because they are scared, and that's perfectly fine, but go away. Right? Go away. So they're just mad because you're not as scared as they are. You're not afraid to manifest. You're not afraid to live. You're not afraid to step into your light. You're not afraid to follow the light. You're not afraid to be who you are, essentially. You're not. And it shows. It shows. So a bunch of your karmic family members, they feel some type of way because you're not afraid to live, laugh, and love. Okay? And they're the ones that's stuck in destitute, poverty, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, how are you going to kill someone's vibes because they want to live, laugh, love, and you don't? Like, that's weird to me. But it doesn't matter because, right? It's being cleaned up. They're being removed. It doesn't fit. They don't fit, so they gotta go. Are you gonna keep a pair of shoes that don't fit you anymore? No. 4414. You're gonna get rid of it, right? So these people, they don't fit in your energy. They don't fit in your vibes. They don't fit in your life. They don't fit in your environment. They don't fit. They don't fit. They don't fit. They gotta go. They gotta go. Right? And as sad and heartbreaking that may be, grieve and then move on. That's it. Cry and then move on. Right? Because the world's gonna keep on worlding. Life is gonna keep on lifing. Right? It's just, are you gonna like always feel bad because your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, they couldn't go with you? No. Like you could. Right? But you can't hop on my back while I go. You gotta do it yourself. Right? That's how it is. You can't get mad at me because I'm following the light and then be like, oh, well, can I go with you? go follow your light. You have it within you. Don't be afraid of your own light. But then in the same exact breath be like, can I follow you in your light? No. How are you going to be afraid of your own light but then want to follow me with my light? Right? Like, that's why you have a heart. Use it. Anyways. I do feel like this masculine that's thinking about you is the same masculine from yesterday's reading that has like an emotional attachment to you. I'm gonna get like 4 cards and then I gotta close the reading. Upright. Ah. 6 of Cups, 6 of Lotuses, 6 of Chalices. That's pretty. Yeah. This woman, she's kind of like in the water by herself. And it's okay for her to be by herself because she knows that she's protected. So physically, she looks like she's alone. But she's really not alone. Stop. She's not alone. I don't know. I'm also getting to like there's like a sense of like whoever you are, it's like you can breathe now. It's like you can breathe because there's nothing like in your way. You can freely swim. You can freely, I don't know, revel or indulge in your emotions. All the emotions from happiness, sad, excitement, pity, grieving, hope, faith, all of the emotions. You can freely revel in all of that. And you're safe to do so. I feel like for a lot of you, you're finally, where you are in your life, you finally feel safe to just like have your emotions. Like you express your emotions, feel your emotions, acknowledge your emotions. I feel like there's a sense of that. Oh, excuse me. With the 6 of Cups, 6 of Chalices here. And I feel like that's kind of like the universe in its way. Is in the 6 of Cups is usually an older individual giving a younger individual flowers. Okay? So I feel like as you gradually indulge and express and feel your emotions, it's kind of like you now have like a proper relationship with your emotions. The universe is giving you your flowers. The universe is like, thank you. When I first picked up this deck, the deck that I made, on the bottom of the deck it said the universe thanks you. And I feel like the universe is thanking you by giving you flowers and protection and this and that, because you're not suppressing your emotions. You're not denying how you feel. You're not ignoring the signs and the synchronicities and your intuition and that inkling and your gut feeling, and well, you're comfortable, emotionally comfortable. And I feel like the universe loves that, because it's like when you are emotionally aligned, right? Emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent, you're able to communicate necessarily on time with the divine. And there's nothing more that the divine loves than that, because it's like perfect. Because now you know you're following what you need to be following, you're doing what you need to be doing, right? And you're not afraid to do so. You're not afraid to be in this water by yourself to do that. You see, she's by herself. You're not afraid to be in that water. These people in your family, they're afraid to explore and be friends and revel in their own emotions. They're so afraid of that. And a lot of the time it's because they're afraid of the pain, the negativity, the truths, the revelations, the mirrors. They're so afraid of those things that they can't. You want to join me in my light. You cannot do that. You're not even, you can't even acknowledge your own light because you're afraid of way through the water. You're afraid of the emotional waves that's going to hit you to get to that light within you. So for them to avoid that, because of how afraid they are and how scared they are, they'd rather, I'll just hop on your light. No, sir, ma'am, you cannot do that. And the divine will not let you do that. And I can't let you do that. Because I know what's going to happen if I go against the divine, knowing what I know, knowing what the divine has already told me, I'm good. I don't want no smoke with the divine. I'm good on that. Thank you, but no thanks. And I feel like it's grieving. You're gonna have to grieve that, and you feel sad and you feel pity, but there's nothing you can do about that. Feel the feeling and then move on. Right? Keep on swimming. Cause the divine's like, oh, you're gonna turn back? You're gonna let them hop on your back? Cause I'll take these flowers away real quick. And you're like, no, divine, I'm good. I'm good. The divine's like, oh, okay. Cause I thought for a second, and you're like, no, I'm good. The divine's like, okay, here's your flowers. It's like that. And I know that sounds really messed up and like cruel, but like these are the same people that like if you had followed into their footsteps, you wouldn't be where you are. Right? And they want to make you feel bad because they can't be where you are, and nothing and no one is stopping them. That's the crazy thing about it. That's the craziest thing about it. Nothing and no one is stopping these people from getting to where you are. They just have to do the work themselves. Right? But they don't want to. So they want you to feel bad for getting to where you are. And we're not doing that. No sir, no ma'am. I don't feel a lick of bad. Nope. You could do the same thing? For sure, of course you can. You just don't want to. So why am I going to feel bad? The divine is literally giving me my flowers and my protection because I don't what? Because I don't feel bad for following into your footsteps, the footsteps of this karmic man, the footsteps of this karmic woman, the footsteps of your karmic family members, your karmic bloodline. You don't feel bad for that at all. And if it was a wrong thing to do, you wouldn't be protected, and you wouldn't be giving or getting gifts, and you wouldn't be in this high honor energy, and you wouldn't be getting your justice, and you wouldn't be alive and with vitality and glowing in life and this and that. If you were doing the wrong thing, why does your energy speak otherwise, say otherwise, show otherwise, right? You're not the one that's broke, busted, and disgusted and, please, sir, can I have some more? You're not in that energy. So, I don't understand. Be very cautious. It's a holiday season now. I'm also getting, just a reminder, like a side note, give those who you are called to give. Alright? If you feel like, I don't know, Eight of Swords reversed, you're free from whatever this is. Whoever these family members of yours are, whoever these people are, they don't even have to be people in your bloodline. These could be like a karmic coworker, and that karmic neighbor, and that karmic friend, and that karmic cousin, and that karmic, it's all karmic family members, right? They're all karmic. They're just bunched up. Just think of it like that, right? Just how like you go to church and you're not all blood related, but when you go to church, you be like, amen, sister, amen, brother, nice to see you, brother, nice to see you, sister, right? It's all like that. They are your neighbors, essentially. Okay? But anyways, we got the Eight of Swords reverse, which is the Eight of Birds. You're not trapped. You're not stuck in confusion, darkness, chaos, none of that. None of that. You're good. That's how it's supposed to be. Free. You're free. You're free to swim and revel and feel your emotions. You're free to acknowledge your emotions and be open with your emotions. And man, let me tell you, your emotions are more magical than you think. 5353, I'm telling you something. You need to listen. I just heard shh, listen. The Mystic, the Queen of Wands reverse. So this could be an individual that's pissed off because, oh, you know what? I'm getting two things actually. There is a Queen of Wands reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that could feel some type of way because you're not following into their footsteps. And the thing is about that too, this could be a very prideful individual because since you're not following into their footsteps, everyone around them is like, but you said if we did it this way, we would be in that energy, but we're doing it your way and we're stuck in poverty. We're dealing with cycles and lessons and karma, and we're just like, it's like dark and scary and cold and wet down here. So there's a Queen of Wands in reverse that really feels some type of way because she's stuck in her pride because you are doing it differently and it shows. 5454. I feel like there's a Queen of Wands reverse that really reveled and like, we're going to do it this way, we're going to do it that way, and this is what's going to happen. But it's like, you're like, there's something wrong about that. If I do it that way, I feel like it's just not, my spirit is telling me to do it differently. and you did it differently, and this is what's happening. Now, the second thing that I'm getting with this Queen of Wands reverse, these people in your karmic family could also be trying to demonize and condemn you, make it seem like you're a whore because you're free by yourself out of chaos. So they could be trying to say like you're doing something in the physical to be in this free energy, right? They could be saying that you're essentially, so people think the Queen of Wands is essentially a whore, which usually she is, okay? But I feel like because in the physical you're so free and it shows, they could be trying to demonize you, saying that you're a whore and you're doing things with your body to gain this freedom, to gain this sense of relief, to gain this sense of like, it's kind of like they're kind of calling you a Jezebel because you're stepping into your power and you're not listening to the words of this man or this woman, and you're doing what you want to do to make yourself happy, to be free, to follow into your light and to do what you want to do. If it doesn't feel right, you're not going to do it. If it doesn't sound right, you're not going to listen. So people in your family could be kind of condemning you or demonize you or even downright calling you a Jezebel, or she's got the Jezebel spirit in her, or even if you're masculine, right? They could be saying those things because how else could they not be free? Or how else are they free? Right? They're not stuck in poverty like us, so that's got to be a Jezebel, because how else can they get their freedom? How else are they not locked and bound like we are? They're really going down that route, saying that you are a witch or a demon or a whore because you're free to go wherever you want, not only emotionally but physically. With the Eight of Swords reverse, you're not in jail, you're not bound, you're not chained up. And in their mind, that's wrong. That's something demonic. That's something that's Jezebel. And it's like, how? But you're swimming in this water by yourself. There's no other boats. There's no men. There's no women. There's no children. It's just you in this water by yourself. Which, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to follow the path of light by yourself. This is something you have to do by yourself. These could also be people that are really codependent on each other, right? We're going to follow you into the light, but that's great and all to have guidance and leadership. But at the same time, you're not going to follow this one man. All of you have trauma. All of you have burdens and worries and anxieties and this and that and this and that. All of you have some darkness within your heart. You're going to follow the words of one man or the words of one woman to all get you out of the same. All your traumas are individual. All your heartbreak, your suffering, your pain. I don't understand how that would work when you're following the words of one person to guide you out of this trauma. No. Follow God. Give your heart and your worries and your anxieties to the Most High God and go through the waters. Wade through the waters, right? To find, that water is murky and cluttered. You gotta swim through it, clean it up, right? Then you'll be free. People don't, I swear, people don't get that. You can't follow the words of a man or a woman and think that all your problems are gonna go away. And it's like, you do the heavy lifting for my emotional burdens. That's not, who told you that? We got the Emperor reverse. That's probably why. That's probably who told him that. There's an Emperor in reverse that's really feeling some type of way because you would rather listen to the Most High God directly, right, and do the work directly, than let me follow this man, this pastor, this boss, let me follow this man. And you guys are following this man, and you wonder why you still go to bed at night crying. Why you still have anxieties, 585. Why you still have worries. Why you still have burdens. Why you have chaos and stuck and you're limited and you're this and you're... Why? You wonder why. But you want to demonize the woman who was like, you know what, let me try and do it differently. Let me talk to God directly. No middlemans. Let me figure out what's going on with myself. Communicate with the Most High God. Let me figure out what I can do for myself right now in this moment. Emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? Directly. But there's a karmic masculine that feels some type of way because for what? Why would I need you to talk to the Most High God for me when I can just talk to the Most High God for myself, right? So that's who this is. There is a main masculine in your energy, separate from this, that's in your karmic family, right? There's a main masculine that is feeling some type of way because you're not stuck like them. You're not in poverty like them. You're not. I don't want to follow your path. I want to do things differently, and you did, and it shows. That's the best thing you could have ever done. And they want to demonize that. They want to call you a Jezebel. They want to call you a witch. They want to say you're doing immoral things physically. how else could you be? That's another thing too. Like, if you're doing things out here in the physical, right? How is it that you're so free spiritually? You're so blessed spiritually. You're so gifted spiritually. You're so talented spiritually, right? It would show. But you got this Emperor reverse, which is also the Pelican. It is the funniest thing because Pelicans, what do they do? This Emperor reverse could be a father figure, could be an Aries. This is how, whoever this person is, this is how they see themselves. They feel like who they are the ones to be bringing the fish to the people. Pelicans, they swoop the water to get fish, and then they bring it to like their other babies, or like that's how they eat the fish or whatever. But this Emperor in reverse, this father figure, this false priest, this false teacher, this false boss, whatever the case it is, they're feeling some type of way because in their mind, who they are, they should be bringing the peace and the fish and the wisdom and the knowledge to the people. But what they're bringing to the people is what? Constrictions, limitations, chaos. Like nobody, you're over here promising the people peace and freedom, but everyone is still stuck feeding on breadcrumbs. But you want to demonize, right, the person that's free, protected, getting their flowers, successful. But you guys are all arguing amongst each other, eating from breadcrumbs, blah, 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 right? Like, I'm also getting the Page of Cups in reverse for this Emperor in reverse. It's like everything that comes out of this man's mouth is fucking phony as hell. It just doesn't... It's like a talking fish out of water. That's... Be very mindful. There's something very fishy about this masculine that wants to be the center or the head of this karmic institution, this congregation, this family. Because the things that they're saying, it's not leading the people to freedom. It's not. They just want people to follow into their footsteps, be the same, do the same, think the same. And it's all leading them into the same thing. Like, no one's free. Everyone's still stuck in poverty. 1, 2, 2. All right? But you're the Jezebel because you're freedom. You have freedom and you're of high honor and blah, 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 right? All right, bye.